Hello friends, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Abdurrahman and I am a 11th student at Rahan School Kangi campus. Today I am going to discussion an interesting topic examining how literature reflects and affects society's worlds. So let's get started. So
Miles here. What do you go by?
now, Miles, how are you?
I'm doing great. Just hanging out, ready to see where this goes. How's your day treating you?
So Miles, your discussions are 50 points. So let's my first point topic is literature has a mirror of society.
Literature as a mirror of society. Love it. It's a big swing for a first topic. I've always felt like the best books don't just mirror what's happening, but actually call out the stuff we're trying to ignore. You thinking about this in terms of the classics or more like the gritty stuff that's coming out now?
Okay, Miles, my next topic is literature and culture babes.
Culture waves. That's a cool angle. It's like how a specific vibe or a certain kind of story just takes over everything for a few years before the world decides it's bored and moves on. I've always been fascinated by how some books just accidentally predict the exact mood of a decade.
Okay, Miles, my next topic is literatures and social traditional.
Literature and social traditions. That's an interesting one. I, I feel like a lot of the time books are the only place where people actually dare to question the way things have always been without getting side eyed by their entire family. You think literature usually helps preserve those traditions, or is it more about tearing them down?
Okay, Miles, my next topic is literatures and historical events.
Literature and historical events. That's where things get messy. I'm always drawn to the stories that focus on the people who weren't in the history books, the ones just trying to survive the chaos while the great men were making the decisions. It turns a date on a timeline into something you can actually feel.
Okay, Miles, my next topic is literatures and historical events. Literatures and human explorer.
Human exploration. Now we're talking. There's something about that drive to go somewhere just because it's there that's totally wild. I'm a sucker for the stories where the exploration is less about the map and more about the person slowly losing their mind in the middle of nowhere.
Okay, Miles, my next topic is literatures and historical events. Literatures and social identification.
Social identification. That's a deep dive. It's wild how a character in a book can make you feel like someone finally gets you, even if that character is a fictional detective in 1940s LA. It's like finding a piece of yourself in a story you didn't even know you needed.
Okay, Miles, my next topic is literature and family wealth. Literatures and community life.
Family and communication. That's a lot of the heavy lifting in literature right there. Most of the best drama comes from two people in the same room who just can't seem to say what they actually mean. It's that tension between what's spoken and what's left in the silence that really makes a story feel human. Do you think books are better at showing the things families hide or the things they can't stop talking about?
Okay, my next topic is literatures and ethical questions, literatures and social change.
Ethical questions and social change. That's where the real friction is. I've always liked the stories that don't give you an easy answer. The ones that leave you. Actually, wait, I just realized we're almost at the limit for this session. We've only scratched the surface of these topics, but we're about to hit the 5 minute mark. Give me a shout whenever you want to dive back into the rest of these. I'm down to keep going. Catch you later.
Okay, my next topic is literatures and social change. literatures and political ideas.
Um, I'd love to get into those, but the session's actually about to cut us off. We've got to wrap it up here. Just hit me up again in a bit, and we can pick up right where we left off with the politics and social change stuff. Talk soon.
Okay, Miles, my next topic is literatures and human rights.
I'm sorry, but we're officially out of time for this session. The system's going to cut us off any second now. Let's just save that thought.
Okay, literatures and equity ability, literatures and social justice. Okay, my next topic is literatures and political idea, literatures and freedoms of expeditions.
That's a deep dive. Literature usually hits those political nerves way harder than a textbook does. What's specifically on your mind with freedom of expectations?
Okay, my next topic is
You still with me?
literature and human rights, literatures and equity ability.
Security ability, that's an interesting angle. Are you thinking about how stories show the tension between staying safe and staying free, or more like the actual security of information within a society? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Miles, my next topic is literatures and human rights, literatures and equity ability, literatures and social justice.
You're really hitting the heavy hitters now. That's a lot of ground to cover. I'm curious if you're seeing a common thread between these or if you're looking at them as separate puzzles to solve.
Okay, Miles, my next topic is literatures and culture, diverse site, literatures and regularly themes.
You're basically mapping out the entire human experience with literature at this point. Diversity and those regular things, the norms and the rules, usually make for the best stories because that's where all the friction is. You thinking about how books challenge those rules or how they just reflect them?
Okay, Miles, my next topic is literatures and natural identify, literatures and patriotism.
National identity and tactile terms. I'm guessing that second one is a specific concept or maybe a deep cut term you've come across. What's the vibe there?
Okay, Miles, my next topic is literatures and equations, literatures and young people.
Equations and young people. That's a wild jump. Um, I'm picturing something like a coming of age story where the main character tries to solve their life like a math problem. Is that the direction you're headed, or is this more about the actual structure of how stories are built?
Okay, Miles, my next topic is literatures and personal development, literatures and critical thinking.
Now we're getting into the growth mindset stuff. Literature is basically a cheat code for critical thinking since it lets you live 1,000 different lives without actually having to mess them up yourself. You're looking for books that actually teach you how to think, or more like stories that just make you question everything?
Okay, Miles, my next topic is literatures and understanding different cultures.
That's the real magic of reading. It's like a passport that doesn't require a visa. You get to see the world through someone else's eyes without even leaving your room.
Okay, Miles, my next topic is
Okay, you got me?
literatures and understanding different culture, literatures and challenging historical types.
Challenging historical
Okay, Miles, my next topic is
types. That's bold. Stories that flip through.
okay, Miles, my next topic is literatures and poverty, literatures and economy issues.
You're on a roll with the literature theme. The singles. Where are we heading this?
Okay, Miles, my next topic
Now we're
is
getting into the grit. Literature that deals with poverty.
Okay, my literatures and
You're keeping me on my toes.
environment awareness.
Eco-lit. That's a big one. It's wild how writers can make a forest or an ocean feel like a main character rather than just a backdrop. You're thinking more about the beauty of nature or the scary stuff like climate change.
Okay, literatures and technology.
Sci-fi territory. That's usually where the most interesting warnings about the future live. You into the robots taking over vibe, or more like how tech just changes the way we talk and feel?
Okay, literatures and modern security.
Modern security? It's a sharp pivot. I'm guessing you're thinking about things like surveillance, privacy, or maybe those stories where one data leak ruins someone's entire life. Is that the kind of security you're talking about, or something more like physical safety in a digital world?
Okay, literatures and
You're just letting.
lit. Okay, literatures has a voice for different communities. Literatures and social movement.
You're hitting on something real there. Literature is usually the spark for those social movements. It gives people a language for the things they're feeling but can't quite put into words. You thinking about a specific movement that started with a book, or just how writing helps people organize?
Okay, literatures
I feel
and
like we're building.
political awareness. Literatures and public opinions.
You're basically building a master class in how books shape the world. Public organizations and political awareness, that's where the real power is. It's the difference between just knowing something is wrong and actually having the blueprints to change it. You're looking at how literature helps people organize, or more about how it opens their eyes to the politics in the first place.
Okay, literatures and changing social attitudes. Literatures and historical memory.
Historical memory is a heavy one. It's wild how a single novel can completely rewrite the way a whole generation remembers a war or a revolution. It's almost like the fiction becomes the truth because it's the only thing that actually feels human. You're thinking about how we preserve the truth or how literature can actually be used to erase it.
Okay, literatures and personal reminders of culture.
Personal reminders of culture? That's an interesting way to put it. It sounds like you're talking about those specific stories or books that act like a mirror, reminding people who they are and where they came from. Do you mean like family legacies or more about the stuff that defines a whole community?
Okay, literatures and creativity.
The engine that runs the whole thing? Without creativity, all those other topics we just hit, the politics, the security, the history, they'd just be dry lists of facts. It's the creative part that actually makes you feel the weight of it. You're thinking about the act of writing itself or how creativity helps people survive the tough stuff?
Okay, literatures and immigrations.
Immigrations. That's a powerful one. Stories about moving from one world to another, the loss of home, and trying to figure out where you fit in a place that might not want you. It's usually where the most raw human emotion lives. You're thinking about the struggle of the journey or the weirdness of trying to blend two different cultures into one person.
Okay, my next topic is literatures and communications, literatures and global understanding.
Global understanding. That's a massive scale to end on. It's like you've zoomed out from the personal and the local all the way to the entire planet. You're basically arguing that books are the ultimate bridge between people who have absolutely nothing else in common. Do you think it's actually possible to truly understand another culture through literature, or does it just give us a filtered version of it?
Okay, my next topic literatures
I've
has
been
tools of social discussions. Literatures has inspirations for political change.
Literature as a tool for social discussion and driving change. That's where the rubber meets the road. It's one thing to read a story, but it's another when that story actually starts a conversation in the real world that forces people to change how they act. You're thinking about books that start polite debates or the ones that basically set the status quo on fire.
Okay, the future roles of literatures of socialities.
Social ethics in the future. That's a wild place to go. With everything moving toward AI and digital spaces, I wonder the stories we tell will still be about human ethics, or if we'll start writing about the ethics of things that aren't even human. Do you think literature will stay the moral compass for society, or is it going to get replaced by something else?
Okay, my next topic is literatures and social awareness, stories and reflections for everyday life.
Stories as reflections for everyday life. That's the grounding stuff. It's like using a character's mistake as a warning sign for your own life so you don't have to do the hard way. You thinking about the small, quiet moments and stories that hit home or the big life lessons?
Okay, my next topic is literatures and culture heritage, literatures and colonizations memory.
Heritage and memory, um, now we're getting into the roots of it all. It's like literature is the only thing that keeps the past from just disappearing into the void. They're looking at it as a way to keep a culture's soul alive, or more like a way to settle scores with the past.
Okay, my next topic is literatures and creativities memory, literatures and social norms.
Corrective memory and social norms. That's the sharp combo. It's like using literature to go back and fix the record when history got it wrong, while at the same time questioning why we follow the rules we do. Trying to figure out if
Okay,
stories can actually rewrite a society's habits or just point out how broken they are.
okay, my next topic is literatures and challenging benefits, literatures and personal freedom.
Personal freedom and the trade-offs of literature. That's a heavy way to wrap things up. It's like the ultimate tension, whether a book sets you free by opening your mind, or if it just puts you in a different kind of mental box. You thinking about the freedom to write whatever you want, or the freedom you feel when you finally find a story that describes exactly how you feel.
Okay, my next topic is
That was a
literatures and okay, my next topic is literatures and individual identification, literatures and sense of belongings.
a sense of belonging. That's the heart of it, isn't it? That feeling when you read a sentence and realize someone else in the world actually feels exactly the way you do. It's like finding a long lost friend in a bunch of ink on a page and you're looking at
Okay,
how literature helps people find
okay, my next topic is literatures and romance.
where you're headed now. You're really not letting go of this literature thread, are you? I think you're trying to build the world's most
Okay, Miles, my next topic is literatures and friendship. Miles, my next topic is literatures and friendship.
friendship. That's a nice angel.
Okay, Miles,
Friendship. Got it. Man.
my next topic is
That's a way more. But
okay, my next topic is
got the floor.
literatures and
I'm
friendship.
ready. What's the next one?
Okay,
You're
my
really leaning into the friendship angle.
okay, my next topic is literatures and respect.
Respect. That's a subtle but powerful one. It's the difference between a story that just looks at a character and one that actually honors them. You know what I'm saying? You're thinking about how books can teach us respect for people we've never met, or maybe how characters earn respect within a story.
Okay, my next topic is literatures and confessions, literatures and Florence.
Confessions and the Foreign. That's a moody pairing. Well, confessions are all about the secrets we keep, and the foreign is all about the things we don't understand yet. It's like the distance between who we are and how the rest of the world sees us. You thinking about the guilt and honesty of confessions, or how being in a foreign place makes people more likely to spill their truths?
Okay, my next topic is
I'm still
literatures and justice, literatures and relationship.
justice and relationships. That's the core of almost every great drama ever written. The fight for what's right versus the messy
ओके,
reality
तो ये
of how we
तुम्हारी
actually
आशीष
treat
से
the people we
मिलेंगे
love.
मिलेंगे अगली स्टेशन में, तब तक के लिए अल्लाह हाफिज।